G'day, I'm Adam Spencer, and today I'm here to talk about gigawatts. 3 of them, to be precise, as Neoen has just passed 3 gigawatts of purely renewable energy capacity in Australia. But Adam, what is a gigawatt? Why should people care about them? Well, Adam, I'm glad I asked. Let's start by getting the basics out of the way. Giga means billion, so 3 gigawatts is 3 billion watts. But what is a watt? Well, if I was wanting to impress you, I'd say something like, a watt is the SI unit of power
equivalent to delivering 1 joule of energy per second.
But most people associate watts with these things. A typical light globe in your home consumes about 10 watts. So 3 gigawatts, well, 3 billion divided by 10, that's enough to power 300 million light globes. It's pretty impressive, but what else could you power with 3 gigawatts? Well, as your friendly neighbourhood maths geek, let me break it down for you. You could boil enough water to make 1.5 million cups of tea. Or I could take a piping hot shower with 217,000 of my closest friends. 50 million televisions could show Australia playing France, which of course would require microwaving 2 million bowls of delicious popcorn. Tay-Tay could power 15 of her mega concerts. Or 1,071,000 Melbourne trams could ferry her fans to the show. And for those who didn't get tickets, oh, don't worry, because according to the famous physicist Emmett Brown, that's more than enough to send 2 DeLoreans back to the future at the same time. Oh, that's heavy. It's all very impressive, but Neoen's 3 gigawatts of renewable power is equivalent to a lot more than just cups of tea and tram trips. It's around 15% of Australia's total renewable energy capacity delivered over the last decade. It's 10% of our wind generation, 10% of our solar generation. It's a whopping 45% of our grid-scale battery storage. The equivalent storage capacity of 195 million smartphones. It's $4 billion invested in 100% renewable energy projects across the country over the last 10 years. It's Australia's first large-scale solar projects, the world's first big battery, the first hybrid wind and battery project, and our largest solar farm. This and so many more of Australia's most significant projects contributing directly to our energy transition, bringing stability and certainty to the grid. Now, as much as I'd love to talk about the numbers all day, and trust me, I can, Neoen hitting over 3 gigawatts is about more than just incredible technology. It's also about people. Cue the slideshow. It's working with 13 traditional owner groups across the country, building relationships, protecting culture, and creating opportunities for First Nations people. It's collaborating with 77 host farming families, fostering new ventures, sharing the odd cuppa and a yarn. It's becoming part of 15 regional communities, meeting, getting to know them, and building long-term partnerships. It's contributing over $500,000 annually in community benefit sharing, helping schools, clubs and community groups to thrive. It's creating over 2,500 construction jobs and 135 permanent jobs across the country. Now, 3 gigawatts, don't get me wrong, it's a big number. It's a lot of renewable energy, but as you've seen, it's so much more than that. It's a landmark milestone for Neoen and Australia, but it's also just a single point in time. There are more projects being developed and more energy is on its way. It's 3 gigawatts today, but very soon it'll double to 6, then triple to 9, and then by 2030, it will round up to 10 gigawatts of clean energy. And I, for one, can't wait to see what we'll be able to power with that.